Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is so amazingly wonderful to be here with you today on this beautiful, I'm still in Maui on this beautiful Maui day where the ocean is very blue, the sky is a lighter blue, the palm trees are very softly moving in the wind. Flowers are everywhere, and I hope that wherever you are, it is equally as beautiful and joy-filled as it is here on this beautiful island. So welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about gaining, losing, storing, and giving power.
Welcome to Success Through Meditation. I'm Shakti, coming to you from a lineage of enlightenment to help you to see, honor, and love the light within yourself so that you can see, honor, and love the light within others.
Please get a paper and pen out if you are able to, if you have access to paper and pen, or if you type and you've got a Mac or an iPad or your phone, wherever it is, to take some notes today might be a really good idea. All right, so let's begin. There are 4 stages, right, for the access and use of power in something we call mysticism. So there's gaining power, there is avoiding the loss of power, there is storing power, and then there is giving power and energy. And I think I heard Leela saying something about power. And when I speak of power, I am speaking of energy, not at all the power that many people are very familiar with, the one that manipulates, dominates, and tries to control you. No, not that one. What we're talking about is the power and energy of the universe, of God, of Source, that is all within you. It is who you are. I'm talking about that power. We are power incarnate. We are love incarnate here on this planet. We have come here to have a good time. That's why you're here, to have fun. And that, of course, encompasses all of this that I'm going to be talking about today: power, gaining, losing, storing, and giving power. Right? So there does exist, a lower realm of power where people who are into the darker forces, darker types of mysticism are out to sort of take power. But that isn't really to concern yourself with if your intention and your focus is on light and on power. So there are those who use it. You've seen them on television. You've seen them as leaders of countries. There still are leaders of countries who avoid power. Abuse power, steal power, and they abuse power and use it to destroy, to be destructive. But you don't really need to consider these other humans unless someone is doing that to you, which is very, very rare. And when they are, your focus on light is all that really matters. So I'm going to gloss over this very quickly because it really doesn't concern you unless someone is trying very, very hard to hurt you, right? And in that case, your focus on light and love dominates anything that anyone could be trying to do to you. Always know this, that with your focus on light, love, energy, power, serving humanity will always dominate anything that anyone in the negative realms would be trying to do. So, but you do need to know about it. You need to recognize it. You need to know when it's there and when it isn't, and not to be naive about these things. But there's no need to focus on it in any way, shape, or form. Only focus on light. It's not really something that you're going to ever really have to deal with if you continually focus on the light. So, number one, we gain power. That's what we do, right? We gain power so that we can walk through the doorway leading to enlightenment. That's the point. To become conscious, we gain power. To move through this world in a more fluid way, to be more in the flow more often. It takes a great deal of power, to see and become who and what you really are, to become all that you're meant to be takes a great deal of power. It simply does. So first, we get the heat going, right? This is what we're going to do. We get the heat going in gaining power. And then we're able to see where we're leaking it, where we're leaking power. While we've got the furnace heated up in our power, with our power, we can then see the leaks. We can see the leaks and we can seal the leakage to begin to store power, right? The third item, to store power. We maybe store it for another time, to be able to use it for another time. And then finally, we share our power to help another sentient or non-sentient being to be liberated. That is the point, isn't it? Someone else who is seeking or needing power, we can help. So there are things to do to gain power, to store power. Make a list. This is where the pen and paper come in. I am a very big proponent of using your hand to write and paper to write on, as opposed to typing. There is more power in it. We know this, right? We know that when you take pen in hand to paper, something happens in the brain where it seals whatever it is that you're writing down. It imprints you with a much stronger imprint than it does when you type. So, but it's okay. The notes are what's important right now. So make a list. When you do this, make this list with a pen and paper, I would recommend. You want to make a list of all of the positive influences that have helped you to gain power. In other words, some things that you may have done to gain power would have been to master something. Maybe you are an artist, a musician, a sports, you are in sports and you have mastered your sport. These are things that you have done. Diplomas, helping someone who was ill to get better. That is a moment of power. Loving, smiling, smiling at someone is a moment of power, right? It's storing power, you're gaining power. So that's what you do. And then make a list of those who you may be around with whom you lose power. You can always tell whether you're gaining or losing power, because the place we lose power is really mostly in our relationships. So when you leave someone, when you go and you spend time with someone and then you leave them, check yourself about a half an hour later and see how you're feeling. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you worn out? Have you gained energy? Have you lost energy? There are things that people do, maybe unknowingly, maybe knowingly, that influence your gaining or losing power. So make a list of people that you spend time with and then figure out whether you're gaining or losing power in being around them. So in gaining power, there are things that you can do. It's very simple. There's, what is it called in psychology? When you actually do something and it changes your mind, it changes the way you feel, right? There's something called biofeedback, but that is not what I'm referring to. Anyway, so you do things that help you to gain power. Exercise, of course, the main one is meditation. and I'll get more to that in just a moment. Surrounding yourself with positive, happy people. Frozen yogurt, you gain power, right? It's a happy thing. Things that are happy, these help you to gain power. So it's very important that while you're having yogurt or ice cream or whatever it is, that you're hanging out with people who are happy, that you're smiling, that you're having a good time, or on your own, smiling, having a good time, right? So music also lifts your energy. Beauty, art, gazing upon the beauty of this planet, the beauty of an artist's painting, an artist's rendition in whatever form, sculpture, computer graphics, whatever it is. Reading is also another way to empower yourself. A hobby, riding horses, riding bikes, a hobby, something fun, racquetball, volleyball, whatever it is, something that's fun, that brings you joy. Your career, that is a very powerful thing. Choose wisely your career. Make sure, what is it that they say that if you choose your career wisely, you'll never work a day in your life. Choose well with your career. Writing, very powerful. These are things that will help you to gain power. Writing does empower you. Writing about moments that empowered you. When you've had a moment that was very empowering, write it down. When you've been with a teacher in meditation and you could sense that you were empowered, write it down. Write down the experience. Write down the experience of your meditations. Writing. Service to others. Gaining power. You're gaining power when you are in service to others, when you help another being. Then we move on to losing power. How do you lose power? Relationships. That's the number one thing. Relationships. No blame. We're not blaming anyone here for anything that may or may not have been done to you. We're not talking about that, but your relationships, that is where you lose power. That can be very complicated, but just suffice it to say in this moment that relationships is where you lose most of your power. Another thing that helps you to lose power, that promotes the loss of power, is what we put in our bodies, right? What you eat. Eat the right things. Try not to eat processed foods. Try to eat as organically as possible. Try to eat as little meat as possible. It's just not that healthy for you, right? Okay, habits. Your habits help you to lose power. They promote loss of power depending on the habit, right? Places that you go, places that you visit can promote a loss of power. The ideas and attitudes that you have, if you have a closed mind, you are losing power. Open mind, more power is how it goes. So your attitudes. Think simple, right? When you are thinking about losing power, think simply. And of course, your physical body is so important when you are thinking about gaining and losing power. Take care of it. It is the abode where God lives. You. This physical shell is where the universe lives. Yeah. All right. So, of course, in gaining power, the most important thing is that you meditate and learn to stop thought. Stopping thought is the most powerful thing that you can do. To be able to see truth. Not the ideas that we've been given at all. This is not what I'm talking about. Not the ideas that have been given to us by people who were probably very unhappy themselves. We want to see beyond all of that, to see eternity, an alternative reality, dreams, maps that we can choose to follow to bring us more joy. These are empowering. Happiness. Happiness in your dreams, not the dreams that someone else gave us. Mysticism in general gives us a bright, shiny, beautiful description of the world. This is mysticism. We just need the power to be able to view it And so learning to stop thought is the most powerful thing. I can't say it enough. The most powerful thing that you can do in gaining power. Every time you meditate, you're gaining in power. Every time. Not only are you gaining in power, but you are blessing yourself and the world with a higher energy, a higher vibration, more power when you meditate. Then we move on to storing power. See yourselves gaining power as you observe. You must observe and do make this list. Make this list of power moments, people who empower you. Make a list to store power. Take awareness and consciousness to a newer, higher place by using places of power also. As I was talking about retreats, use these places of power, these moments of power to store power. Go to the beach, go to a park, observe your attention. Go there on a regular basis so that you can then observe each time you go, once a month maybe, and see how your attention and your awareness are as you go to this same place of power, and watch yourself change. When you go to the same place, like once a month, once every couple of months, you can observe how you are compared to the way you were the last time. No judging, no blame. That's not what I'm referring to at all. I'm referring to the observation of your consciousness, your attention, your awareness. That's what we're talking about. Your levels of attention. Look at how you think, how you speak to the world in any particular location. Because when you are in these places of power become your allies. They support you, they help you to store power. When you go there with a teacher who has power, you can be lifted in an easier way to store more power. It's a beautiful thing and a gift to be able to do this. Objects also have power. Plants, green has power. They have a certain strand of luminosity that have the power to lift and support you. These strands of luminous fibers within the object, the plants, join with yours to empower you. And then when you've gained enough power, you're able to see, not necessarily see, you're able to see with your heart. You're able to see the differences. Building things creates power. Making something creates power. With your mind, you can build things. Right? You can create things. This builds power. You know, when you write in a creative way, this is building power. It's storing power also. A journal. Journaling helps you to store power. These are all things that help you to gain and store power. Write in your journal. Write about your experiences. Go and be alone or with a teacher in the desert, in the mountains, in the ocean, at the ocean, and then share your experiences in your journal. Right? You're writing these things down to imprint the power, to fortify the power that you've just gained. And of course, then meditate. Again, meditate. What happens is when you go away from humans for a moment, when you are alone, gaining power in powerful places, then you can come back to the world that you live in. No one is suggesting that you go and sit on the top of a mountain for the rest of your life. Although that is an idea, isn't it? But no one is suggesting that. And those that do are also empowering the world. They're empowering themselves and the world. You know, they're blessing the world with their meditations. But what happens is that you go away, you take time on retreat, and then you're able to come back and face the world with more energy, more power, more clarity, more creativity. than you had before. Books. Books are very, very empowering. In our Sangha, my students read books on a regular basis to empower themselves. I recommend different books and we discuss them. They are very, very empowering. And these are also wonderful things. These empowering moments are wonderful things to share with others. Giving of yourself, giving your power, loving another, loving humanity. This is how we give. We serve, right? We serve, because what else is the point? The point in being here on this planet is to have fun. And we do this by helping, by serving, by giving power and energy as we walk this earth together in love, compassion, joy, happiness. Right? And we do this through the practice of meditation. As we prepare to meditate today, for those of you who may be new to the practice of meditation, when we get up every day, we take a shower, or at the very least, wash your hands and face to sort of wash off the energies that you may have picked up in the night. We have a space that hopefully only you meditate. It can be on a pillow on the floor. It can be in a chair with your feet on the ground. Either way, your hands are very comfortably in your lap. You're sitting up as straight as is comfortable for you. Your back is straight. This allows the energy that you're generating to flow easily. The kundalini energy then flows up, down, and all around. You're gaining, that's gaining in power and energy. Then you may have a table in front of you with a flower or a candle flame or maybe a yantra, which you'll see on the screen here in just a little bit. This also helps to empower you. It makes the idea of meditating, it makes your meditation just a little easier. So we sit for 15 minutes. We use music. You know, you don't have to, but we do. We use music because what the music does is it shields you from the thoughts of the other 8.5 billion people on the planet. It's a help, it's a tool, right? It's all about the tools that we use to make your meditations flow more easily and more deeply, so that you're able to go more deeply into your meditations on a regular basis, deeper and deeper. In today's meditation, we'll be focusing on chakras to empower you. This is something that you can do in any of your meditations. You can do it anytime, this particular meditation that I'm going to give you today, or visualization actually, that you'll be engaging in. So sit up nice and straight. Oh, uncluttered environment, empty tummy. Try to make it an uncluttered environment and try to make it with an empty tummy. These are not rules. You know, there are so many different ways to meditate, so many modalities. They all work. That's the beautiful thing about meditation. They all work. Pick one. The one I teaches, you know, to sit up nice and straight, to learn to stop thought eventually. This takes years, which is fine. It's the journey anyway, right? You're here on a journey. Life is a journey that you're having a good time with, hopefully. And that's what it's about. So we sit up straight. We have an empty tummy. If you're tired, don't lay down. That's the one I teach. That's what I teach. Don't lay down. You'll fall asleep. Then you're not meditating, you're sleeping. So sit up nice and straight, have your back nice and straight. I'm going to take myself off camera and we're going to first relax the body, and then we'll have a visualization to empower you even more. First, however, I'm going to make a quick change here in this name that comes up here. There we go. All right. Sit up nice and straight with your back as straight as is comfortable for you. Take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and hold for the count of 3 at the top. Focus all of your attention on your eyes and the muscles around your eyes. Relax the muscles around your eyes. As you do, your jaw muscles, your facial muscles will also begin to relax. If you have any tension whatsoever in your scalp, relax your scalp. Relax your neck, down into your shoulders. Relax your upper arms. Relax your lower arms. Relax your hands and your fingers. Relax, relax, relax. Relax your back on either side of your spinal column. Relax your hips. Relax your abdomen. Release all of the muscles in your abdomen. Relax your upper legs, your lower legs. Relax your feet and your toes. Relax, relax, relax. Focus all of your attention on your root chakra, which rests at the base of your spine. This is where your energy sits, coiled like a snake, ready to be used on your command. This is a very important energy center, as it is your physical body's point of power when it comes to energy. Picture this chakra as a red ball of light. And now take that red ball of light up to your navel center, your power center, which rests an inch or two above your belly button, and watch as it turns to a beautiful gold ball of light. Now take this golden ball of light up to your third eye, which rests in the center of your forehead, an inch or so above your eyebrows. This light is a beautiful white or violet light that rests in the center of your forehead, where your intuition, your psychic ability sits. And now take this energy and allow it to flow over your entire body, enveloping your body in all of the light, energy, and power that you have just generated. Once again, focus your energy on the red ball of light at the base of your spine. This is your energy center. Take this red light and bring it to your navel center, which turns to a beautiful golden ball of light where your power sits. This is where your power rests, right in your center, in your navel chakra. Take this energy now as it turns from a golden light to a beautiful white or violet light and rests in the center of your forehead where your third eye chakra sits. You may feel a buzzing sensation, a tingling sensation in your physical body as you do this. The meaning of chakra in Sanskrit is spinning wheel. You may feel this. And now take this energy and allow it to fall over your entire body. As you bring your attention once again back to the red ball of light at the base of your spine, where your energy sits, take this energy quickly up to your navel center, the golden ball of light where your power rests. And now quickly take this energy up to your third eye, the white or violet light that rests in the center of your forehead, your third eye, your psychic, intuitive chakra. And now bring this energy down around your entire being, enveloping all of your being in your light. Continue. If you are new to the practice of meditation, continue this visualization into the first few moments of our meditation music. Actually, take this visualization and continue to visualize it until the end of our meditation session. If you are new to meditation, continue this visualization. Stay focused to the exclusion of all else. Thoughts will come and go. Allow them to pass by, pass through you, like clouds in the sky. Allow them to go by you. If you have been meditating a few months, a few years, or longer, continue this visualization into the first few moments of our meditation music, and then let go. Let go and let eternity do with you what it will. Now, let's meditate. Namaste. Always bow at the end of your meditation session to say thank you for the meditation that you've just had, to be grateful for the universe, eternity, and the meditation that you've just had. Thank you so much once again for being here. Namaste. The light in me sees, honors, and so loves the light in you. I'll see you soon. Thanks.